Hello friends, welcome back. This is Amit from Magnet, and today we are going to create this awesome environment scene inside Unreal Engine. So first take a look what we are going to create today. So before we start, if you are new to this channel, I recommend you to check my videos, and if you find those videos useful, please do subscribe this channel and turn the notification on. And here I like to shout out for all those people who has already joined me as a member. So if you really want to support me, you can also join me as a member. So let's get started. So I have the Unreal Engine version 5.1.1. So click on this launch button here. After that, I click on this games and I choose this third person template. And I ignore the starter content under ray tracing, and then I name this project as tutorial and just hit on this create button here. And then I'm going to create an empty level. So I go to this file and then go to this new level and I choose this empty level and then I hit on this create button here. So now we're going to create a lighting setup. So go to this windows and go to this environment light mixer. Then I hit on this create skylight, create atmospheric light, create sky atmosphere, create this volumetric cloud, and this create height fog. After that, I go down here and click on this volumetric fog. Then I close this. And now I'm going to create a landscape here. So for this, I go to the select mode button here, then go to this landscape, and I'm not going to make any change here. So just click on this create button here. Okay. And now I'm going to put a material over this landscape. So I just go back to our main selection mode here, and I'm going to use a quixel material on this. So I go to this content and then come here and just right click and just click on this add quixel content. And I have already downloaded a material for this. So I go to this local and I'm going to use this one, which is called the dry cracked mud. And I'm also gave this asset link in the description. So you'll get this from there as well. So I click on this blue switch here because I have already downloaded it. And if you not downloaded it, you have to download it from here, and you can also choose the quality from here as well. So I'm using this medium quality. So I just click on this arrow and then I minimize this one and I have this material over here. So in order to apply this material over this landscape, just select this material and then also click over this landscape. Make sure that you select this landscape from here as well. Then go to this details panel. And then you go down and you will find this landscape material. Just click on this arrow switch here and it will take little time, and you can see that this material is appeared here, and you can see that this material is so much tiled. So we have to decrease the tiling here. So in order to decrease the tiling, first go to this material instance and double click over here and you will get all these options here. So first we get this tiling option. Enable this one by clicking here, then expand this and you will get this X tiling and the Y tiling. So decrease this value to maybe 0.2 and also decrease this Y tiling to 0.2 as well. Then we save this one and you will get nice landscape over here. Okay, so now we going to put some other assets here. But before we do that, we're going to put a post process volume. So we go to this box again. Then go to this visual effects and we select this post process volume. And then inside this post process volume, go to this details panel. first we make this volume to effect enter the world. So we go to the search bar and type, and you will find this infinite extent unbound. Just click this on. So I am going to use the value of ancient content from the Epic Game Marketplace, and which is absolutely free. So in order to add this project, go to this Epic Game Marketplace, then go to this marketplace here, and then go to this browse, and you will find this UE game samples. Just click over here and you will find this value of ancient. So it's a quite large pack, but don't worry, we don't need to open this pack. Just click on this create project here, and you have to specify the path where you want to download this. So make sure that you have enough space for this, and just hit on this create button here. So I have already done this, so I just click on this don't create. So once you complete the download, you will find this folder, which is the value of ancient. Just double click here and you have this project file here. So if you click on here, it will open this entire project, but we don't need to open this. We just go to this content, then we go to this ancient content, and you will find all these assets which is used for this project. So if you want to just copy this ancient content folder here, so you have to just copy this folder, that is the ancient content. Just copy this, and then you have to find your actual project. So this is our actual project, which is named this tutorial. And after you find your actual project, go to this content folder and just paste it here. So just click paste. And once you have done this copying, just open your project and you will find this ancient folder here. And if you not find this here, just restart this engine. But before you restart, first we save our project. So we go to this file and save all, and we name this as tutorial, and then we save this, and then also go to this edit, then go to this project settings, then we go to this map and modes, and we change this editor startup map to our level. So in this case, our level name is tutorial. So we select this tutorial level, and also game default map, we change this to our level, which is also tutorial. And then we close this one, and also we close this to restart our engine. So inside this Epic Game library, we find our project, that is this tutorial. Just double click here to open this one, and we minimize this mega scan, and you will see that the default map is changed to our actual tutorial level. Okay, so now we go to this ancient content, and in order to see all the static mesh here, we have to put a filter here. So we go to this 3 lines menu here, and we select this static mesh filter here. And when we enable this static mesh filter, you will find all the static mesh which is present inside this ancient content folder. So now we're going to put some assets over here. So let's see what we have here. So first we put some distance mountain here. So let's see. So we have this SM backdrop, and if you just click and drag and drop here, you can see that this asset is so large, and maybe it will take little time to prepare its shaders. We click on this axis and just put it far away from here. Okay, just like this, and we put it little down here and also place it here. Maybe you can rotate this according to your need, and you can also change the light position. So we press Ctrl and L, and then move our sun over here. And you can see that our sky is full of these clouds here. So we go to this volumetric cloud, and then we go to this layer button altitude, and we change this to maybe 20 here, and then go to this layer height, and we change this to maybe 100 here. Okay, just like this, and you will get a nice cloud here. And maybe you can also decrease this value, that is the layer button altitude, to maybe 10 here, just like this, and you will get a nice different looking clouds over here. Okay, and then we select this mountain and press W to get this move gizmo here, and then we duplicate it. So maybe we duplicated it over here, and then also we rotate this to this angle, and also we place it over here. Okay, just like this. Just make it another level here, and also we can put it little down here. Okay, just like this. And now we going to put other assets over here. So let's see. So we're going to put this one, that is this SM Nature Rocks 8. Just click and drag and drop here. And then we also rotate this to this angle. And now we're going to duplicate this model into several times and make a nice line of cliffs here. And you can also use other models here. So I'm going to speed this up here a little bit. Okay, just like this. And you can also put other assets, so more assets will look more nice. And then maybe we can also put some other assets to the ground, so make it more nicer. So we maybe select this one, that is this SM Nature Rock 5, and we put this over here. And then we go here, and if you want to speed the camera movement, just go over here and increase the speed. And then we select this one and we press R to bring this scale gizmo here, and then we increase this size, and then we put it over here, and then we can make some ground here. Okay, just like this. So just duplicate, and then we can rotate this just like this to make a nice ground like structure here. And also we can decrease the scale from this axis to make it little flat, just like this. And then we can put here and there. Maybe we can increase the scale of this. Then we put it down. Okay, just like this. Okay, so now we're going to put another assets. So for now we disable this static mesh filter here. And then again we select this ancient content folder, and under this content folder we go to this geometry, and then we go to this mask folder here. And inside this mask folder you will find so many other assets here. So in order to put some assets on the ground, we're going to use maybe this one. So this is the mask ground S04BP. Just click and drag and drop here. And you can see this look really amazing. And if we put it little down here like this, so you'll get this kind of nice surface here. So just put it down a little bit. And if you don't like this snapping, you can also disable it from here. So just disable it from here. So you can now move this smoothly. Okay, so now we're going to put other clips to this right side here. So for the right side, we're going to use another assets. So for now we disable this static mesh option here. And then inside this ancient content folder, we go to this geometry, and then we go to this mask folder here. And here you can find so many big assets here. So let's see what we're going to use for this right side. So maybe we're going to use this one, that is this mask scale large 5BP. So we just click and drag and drop to here. Okay, and you can see that it will take little time to compile all these shaders. So you can see that it look really amazing, and we're going to use these assets to the right side. So we're going to put it here, and also maybe we can increase the scale little bit. So just like this. And then we're going to duplicate it one more time and put it here, just like this. And we're going to use other assets from here. So let's see. So we're going to use this one. So that is this double XL, and we're going to put it over here. So you can see that it also a very large assets. And then we're going to move it here, just like this. And also maybe we can put it little down and also duplicate it here. Okay, just like this. So it's all depends on you that how you want to design. And when we get this kind of platform here, we can also duplicate the previous one and put it over here. So we can get a nice platform, and then we also get other cliff here. Okay, just like this. And also do the same here, just duplicate it and put it over here. Okay, just like this. And do the same thing to extend this platform to here. And also we can put other assets. So maybe there are so many assets, you can choose anything you want. So just make a nice design by using those assets. So maybe we can put it here, and it also take little time to preparing this static mesh here. and then we increase the scale, and then we can put it here. So make a little different kind of design here. Okay, just like this. And maybe again we can duplicate it and increase the scale maybe and put it down just like this. Okay, so you can make a nice design over here, and you can see this side also look nice. So now we're going to put some assets to the surface as well. Maybe we can use this one or maybe this one. So just click and drag and drop here. Okay, and now we can increase its scale a little bit more, and or maybe we can decrease the camera speed here, and then we going to dip it down a little bit just like this. Okay, and again we're going to put other assets here. So maybe use this one, and then also we can increase its scale a little bit, and then we put it down just like this. So we can use these assets to fill all the ground here, and maybe we can increase the scale of this to fill more ground with less assets here. So before we put other assets, make sure that what will be our actual viewport. So we're not going to put unnecessary assets to all over this world. Okay, so first we're going to put a pipeline here. According to my actual video, I put a pipeline over here. So in order to put a pipeline, we're going to use some pipe models from the Megascan. So we're going to right click and go to this add quick cell content here, and then I'm already downloaded some model for this. So I go to this local, and I'm using this one, that is the concrete pipe, and I'm also gave this link in the description, so you'll get it from there. So in order to download this model, first we select this model, and then we go to this quality menu, and I'm using this nanite version, and I'm already downloaded, so it shows this tick mark here, but you have to download this model. And then after download, just click on this add button here, and then we minimize this one, and under this Megascan folder we also get this 3D assets folder now, because if you download any 3D assets, it will automatically create this 3D asset folder. So just inside this 3D assets folder, just double click here, and you will get this concrete pipe. Just double click again. So first we're going to put drag and drop here. Okay, so here is the pipe, and I'm going to use this pipe for this pipeline, and I'm going to duplicate it several times. So just duplicate it, and in order to duplicate any object, just press and hold the Alt key and then drag any axis, and you can duplicate it. Okay, just like this. Okay, just like this, and you will get this kind of nice pipeline here. And we also put some other concrete assets to here to support this pipeline. So we're going to make a cube model here. So for this we go to this option, then go to this shape and go to this cube here. So in order to put this cube into a desired position, just move it. First we're going to scale it up like a rectangle shape, just like this, and then we're going to put it over here. Okay, just like this, and also we can see it from here. Okay, and also we're going to put other material to this. So for this I'm going to use another Megascan assets. So I go to this content folder here, then right click, and then again go to this add quick cell content. And here also I have pre-downloaded this material here. So I just select this material and add it to my project here. Just click over here, that is the add button, and it will add it to my project here. And then in order to find this, go to this Megascan folder, and because it's a material, so we go to this surface folder and you will find this. And in order to see all the metal instance here, we going to put a filter here. So in order to put the filter, just go to this 3 line, and then we go to this materials, and we going to select this material instance. Just select this one, and if you select this material instance, you will get all these instances here. So for this we're going to use this material to this box. So there is the material slot, we also can just drag it here to apply this material over here. Okay, so now you can see that it look nice. And now maybe we going to make it little bit large in scale like this, and then we're going to duplicate it several times. And you can put other things over here, but I think this look nice. Okay, so this looks something like this for now, and maybe we can also duplicate this distance cliff and just like this, and maybe we can put it little down here, and also we put these things over here just like this. So now we're going to put some watery surface over here. So in order to put some watery surface, I using the ruler Australia pack, which is free from the Epic Game marketplace. So in order to get these assets, first we go to this Epic Game, and then we go to this marketplace here, then we go to this free and this permanently free collections, and then we go down and go to this page number 2, and you will find this one, that is the ruler Australia pack. So just click on here and we click on this add to project, and then we have to search our actual project. So in this case our project is the tutorial. Select this one and click on this add to project. So it will take little time to download. So after download this ruler Australia pack, we will get this folder here, and we disable this material instance filters. Then we go to this water folder here, and we will get this water material. So this is the material and this is the material instance. But in order to apply this, we're going to put a plane here. So we go to this box, then we go to this shape and select this plane here. So here is the plane, and now we're going to increase its scale. So after selecting this plane, we go to this scale and we click on this uniform switch here, then we increase the scale. So maybe we can put 1000 here, and it will cover our area here. So now we're going to put this plane little down just like this, and now we're going to apply this water material over here. So we select this plane, there is the material slot of this plane, we select this material instance and drag and drop here. Okay, just like this, and it will take little time to preparing this shader, and you will get this kind of nice water here. So if we go down here, and you will get this nice water. So you can see that the reflection is not look right. So in order to make it right, we go to this post process volume here, and then we go to the search bar under this details panel and we type reflection, and here you will find this reflection method. We enable this one, and also we go to this reflection high quality translucent reflection. We enable this and also activated it from here, and now you can get this kind of nice reflection here. But you can see that this water look weird, so we're going to change some settings to fix this. So we select this material instance for this water, just double click here, and here we get all these options here. So first we go down, and here we find these shore lines. First we going to this ripple normal strength, we activate this option here, and then we put the value maybe 0.004. So let's see, you can get this kind of nice watery results here. Okay, and you can see that it really looks amazing. So, and you can also tweak other settings here, but maybe we can decrease this ripple speed. So maybe we can decrease the value to maybe something like this, and you will get this kind of nice subtle movement to the water. Okay, after you satisfied these settings, just save it from here, and then we minimize this, and you can get this kind of nice water and as well as this reflections here. So now we don't want to be all this area to be watery, so we're going to duplicate this surface to several times to make a nice semi-watery looking surface here. And also we can dip it down a little bit to make this kind of nice result here. So just like this, maybe we put it over here and also place it here like this. And then also we duplicate this model here, so just duplicate it here, and then we place it over here. Okay, just like this, and you will get a nice water as well as this kind of dry area here. Okay, so now you can get this kind of nice landscape here, and I think it really look amazing. So now we going to extend our pipes. So here is the pipes, so maybe we can organize the pipes little bit. So here is all the pipes here. So first we select all these pipes here, and then we put it under a folder. So we can name this folder as pipes, and here is the folder. So if we select this folder and go to this select and click on this immediate children, we can select all these pipes, and maybe we can just right click and make a group of these pipes. Okay, and then if we select this group, and then we can extend this pipe just like this. So maybe we can increase the camera speed, and then if we go here, you can see that we can extend this pipe very easily. Okay, so you can extend the pipe as much as you want, or maybe we can put a mountain model over here to block this pipeline, so it not look like seam here. So make it really seamless. We can put assets over here. Okay, just like this. So you can get the idea, and also you can duplicate these blocks to make a like this, and also duplicate it several times. Okay, just like this, and you can see that there is some little gap, so we can do one thing, that we can select and duplicate it here. Okay, just like this. So this look nice so far, and we're going to put other assets. So first thing that I add here is a broken boat, and I download the model of this boat from the Sketchfab, and many thanks to this creator who actually built this model. So we're going to download this model, and I'm also gave this link in the description down below, so you can also get this model from there as well. So in order to download, we just click on here, that is the download 3D model. And here you get so many formats, so we're going to use this OBJ format here, and here you can see if you use this model, you can also put the credit to this creator. So many thanks to this creator again. So just click on this download button here. So once you have completed the download, just extract this zip file here, and inside this folder you will get this source, and you also have another zip file. So just extract this, and here you will find this OBJ model and the texture. So we're going to import both of these files. So in order to import this OBJ file, first we're going to create a folder here. So we just right click and create a new folder, and we name this as boat, and then we double click here, and then we just import both of this file. Just drag it to here, and do not change anything here, just click on this import button here. So you will get the file. So first we're going to create a material for this. So we just right click and then create a material, and we name this as boat material. Okay, and then we double click here, and here is the material. Just we drag this material over here. Okay, just like this, and we just connect it to this base color here. Okay, that's it. And then we apply to save these settings. Then we right click here and create a material instance, and we're going to apply this material instance to this model. But first we're going to import this model to our viewport. So just click and drag and drop here. And if you want, you can just right click here, go to this nanite, and you can enable the nanite for this model. Okay, just like this, and we're going to apply this material to this boat. So just click or just drag and drop to here, and it will take little time to compile this shader. So now you can see that it look amazing. Okay, and then we going to put it here. And if you see that there is this base model here, so maybe we decrease the camera speed, and then if we just dip it down little bit, you can see that it look nice. And also maybe we can rotate it to this angle just like this, and you will get this night boat here with the texture. So it is very easy. And now we going to put another model, which is a house model, and I am also download this house model from the Sketchfab. So let's get the model. So I just open, and here you can see this house model. It's the photo scan model, and many thanks to this creator again who create this model for us, and it's absolutely free. So just click on this download model button here, and you can get the OBJ model again. So just click on this download button, and then we go to this folder. And sometime if you download any OBJ file and if you try to import it here just like we do previously, and just click on this import button here, and you can see that it will take so much time, and it also take time to preparing the static mesh. So what I did, I just delete it from here, and I just convert this OBJ file to FBX. So for this I'm going to use Blender. So here I open Blender and I delete all of this. Then I go to the file and import, and I choose this wavefront OBJ because our model is the OBJ. And here is the model, just double click, and this OBJ file, just open it. So here is the model, and you can see that the orientation is so bad. So first we going to orient it. So just select this model, and then we move it to the center. So we just drag it here, and then I drag it little higher here, and I select this rotation gizmo and I rotate it just like this. And then again I select this move gizmo and put it little down here, and also I center it here. Then again I also rotate it little bit, okay, just like this, and also I move it to the center. Okay, so here is the model. So, and you can see that the polygon count of this model is so high, so that is why the OBJ model is problematic to import in Unreal Engine. But if we just converted it to FBX, then it can be easily import to Unreal Engine. So when you move it or set it to at the middle of this viewport, then we go to this file again, and then we go to this export, and we export it as FBX. So I choose the same folder here, and I name this as old house again, and then I just click on this export. Okay, so the export is done. I close this, and I just go to this folder where I export the FBX. Just drag it to here, which is under this old house folder, and just click on this import all, and it will take little time to import the FBX file. Okay, and we just ignore this warning, just clear and close here. And one is the advantage of this process, that we also get the pre-made material for this model. And then here is the static mesh, and maybe we right click here, and then we convert it to nanite. Okay, and after that it will take a little time to prepare the static mesh as a nanite. And here is the model. So just click and drag and drop here, and you can see that it's still not aligned perfectly, but don't worry, we can align it here. So feel free to put your house where you want, and in my case I going to put it here. So I just place it over here, and then I also rotate it little bit, and then I place it over here. Okay, so maybe I can drag this surface model to here, just like this, and I put it here. And then I also import these assets from the Sketchfab by using the same technique, and the artist name is here. So many thanks to this artist. And also I import this ruined house also from the same artist here, and then I import this fence from this artist, and also I import some old tires model which is from the previous artist as well. And finally I import this Lighthouse model from this artist, and I also gave all the download link in the description down below, so you can also get all these assets, and those assets are absolutely free. So here I make all the folders for all the assets like this fence. So if I double click here, you will get the fence, and sometime it's not pre-textured, so we have to texture it. So if we just open this texture file, so first we going to import the texture to make this material. So first we delete this default texture here. So you can see that the name called this Lambert one. So we have to find all this Lambert one texture here. So this is the base color. So I just drag it here and just plug it to this base color here, and then there is the height map, but we don't need the height map, but we need this metallic. So we just bring it here, and then we connect it to metallic, and then also we have this normal. So just put it here and just connect it to normal, and there is also roughness map. So just make a room here, and then we put this roughness map here. Okay, just like this, and just connect it to roughness here. Okay, then we apply this, and after that also we going to set up the texture 2 here, that is this Fong 2. So we just close it from here, and then we can open this Fong 2 material, and then we delete this one, and we make a room here, and then we find all the texture for this Fong 2 material. So here is the base color, and then we just connect it to base color here, and then we get this metallic, just connect it to metallic, and this normal, connect it to normal, and then this roughness, we connect it to roughness. Okay, just click on this apply button here and close this. Okay, so now if we just select the both of this FBX file here and just put it here, you can see that it is very small, so we need to increase the scale. So press R and then increase its scale, and you can see that the texture is here, so our process is right. And now if you just select one of these, and if you want to move it from here, you can see that you only move the pillars, not the fence. So one thing we have to do, that we select both of these. So just select both of these and then right click, and we make it as a group. So now if you move, it can move all together. Okay, so now we going to put this around this house. So in order to move it and also change the place simultaneously, you just press and hold the shift key and just click on this axis and just move, and you can see that you can also move the fence with moving the place as well. So then we put it here, and then also we can increase its scale just like this, and then maybe we can put it around this house. Okay, and then maybe one of the fence is little broken, so maybe we can make it like this. So just like this, and then we put it little down here. Okay, so you can see that after we install those fences, it going to the next level, and you can see that it look really amazing. Okay, so now we also have other assets. So maybe we have some of these Tyres model here that I downloaded from the Sketchfab. So we just bring it here, and you can see that those photo scan assets are really cool, and you can get a nice result when you use those, just like this. And maybe we can put it over here, and also we duplicate it, and then we rotate it to this angle, and then we put it here. Okay, just like this. And also we have others, so let's see what we have. So there is a pile of woods, and this is my favorite because you can see that it's a very nice asset to make in this kind of scenes. So maybe we decrease the scale little bit and then we put it here, or you can also rotate this to make it here, just like this. And also we duplicate it here and then we rotate it, and also we put it here like this. Okay, just like this. And also duplicate one more time and then we rotate and we place it here. Okay, just like this. And now you can see that it really gives a nice touch or detail to our scene. Okay, so let's see what other things we have here. So maybe we have this kind of old house here, or this is the old house. So we have this forest ruin hut. So maybe we can put this hut over there maybe. So we just place it here, just like this. And also in my actual video I put some hut over this cliff, so you can also do this if you want. So maybe we can put it here. Okay, just like this. But this is not so necessary, but if you want you can do this. Okay, so I just showing you the idea. And also we have to decorate the boat area as well. So maybe our boat is too far from this house, so we can just shift the position to here maybe, just like this. So now we can also use the same assets to decorate here as well. So there is a pile of wood and just put those here and then decrease the scale. And also rotate this to this angle. And also we use the Tyres model, so just use this and put it over here. Then we can rotate this and then we put it little down and also duplicate it. Then we rotate this. Okay, just like this. And then also we have a nice model of the lighthouse. So here is this lighthouse model, and we put this lighthouse over here. So maybe I increase the camera speed little bit and then I go here. Maybe we put the lighthouse here. So here is the lighthouse component. So I select all of this here and then we just drag and drop here. Okay, just like this. And also I increase the scale of this lighthouse. So let's see how big it is. So maybe we can increase the scale a little bit more. So I select all of this lighthouse component and increase its scale. Just like this. Okay, and also we put all these assets into a folder here and I name these as lighthouse. And now you can see that there is no texture, so we have to put some texture on this. So there is no texture available for these assets, so I'm going to put some texture from the Megascan. So I go to my content and then I go to Quixel content here. And I have already downloaded a material for this, so I go here. So here is this material that I'm going to use for the lighthouse. So just select and then I just click on this add button here and then I close this. And then I go to this Megascan folder, then go to the surfaces and I select this filter, that is the material instance, and here is this material, or this is the material. So I'm going to apply this material over here. So I just select and select this one and just click on here, and you can see that the tiling is very less. So I just double click here, then I enable the tiling and increase this tiling. So maybe I have to visualize this at the same time, so I set it to 10 by 10, and you can see that 10 by 10 is look nice. And also apply the same texture over here as well. So I just put this same texture over here, okay, just like this. And you can see that some of the portions are transparent, so I have to do one thing, that go to this material and then go down here and go to this material property overrides, just expand this, and you will find this two-sided. So just activate this and just enable this from here, okay, and you will get the two-sided material over here, and just save this from here. Then I minimize this, and you will get this kind of nice lighthouse here as well. And then also I select all of this material and just right click and click on this group button here. So if I move this, it will move with the group, okay. So this look amazing. And also we do one thing, that we can put those fences here as well. So I just duplicate it and put it over here. Just like this, okay. So you can see that it really creates a nice touch to our scene, okay. So now if you see that this area is so low quality in look, so maybe we can put other assets to make a nice quality here. So maybe we do one thing, that we can duplicate this one here, and then we put it little down here, so you can see that it has nice details here, okay. So this look nice. And now we're going to put other assets. So let's see what we have. So I use some props from the Epic Game Marketplace. So I'll show you that what pack I use for this. So I firstly go to this Epic Game library here. Here is the library, and I go down and I use this construction site volume 1. So I also gave the link in the description, so you can get these assets from there. So I just click on this add to project. Then I have to look for my project. So here is the project called this tutorial. Just select and click on this add to project. So it will take little time to download here. So once you add those assets to your project, you will find this folder, that is this construction volume 1. Double click here and then just enable this filter, that is a static mesh. So maybe we use this one, so we just put it over here, and then maybe we increase the scale of this, and then I move it little down here. Maybe I disable the snapping here, just like this, and also use other one to maybe here, and also then increase the scale, put it little down. And then also we have other assets here, so maybe we use those boxes here. So just put it over here, put it little down, and also those barrels here. So maybe put it here, and also we make it little inclined here, just like this. So this is all depends on you, that how you want to design. So maybe we can put the same assets here as well. So just rotate this and then place it over here, just like this, okay. And also we do the same here. So just select and press F, so you can snap through this area here, those assets here and there, maybe just like this. Also put some here, okay. And we also have this, some of these barrels here, so we can put it here. And also we have maybe This drum also look nice if we put it here. Some of this cardboard, we can also use those, just like this. Okay, and you can do one thing, that you can just rotate it into random angles, so it not look like that it plays intentionally. So just make a random design by using those. And also we have some of these boxes here, so maybe we can put those here as well. And also we can put some of these plastics over the roof, so maybe we can put it here. Also we increase the scale of this, then we rotate this to this angle, and maybe we place this over here, just like this. Okay, so I think this is enough for this tutorial, and you also get the idea. So you have all these assets, so you just put it here and there and make a nice design by using those. Okay, so now finally we going to put some foliages, because if we put some foliages, it will look really amazing. So before we do the foliage, let's put some trees. So we have this rural Australia pack, and it pack also contains some nice trees. So if we just enable the static mesh filter here, and you will get so many other assets here. So maybe we also get some of this dead tree stump here, so maybe we can use those as well. And whenever you put those assets, you will get a nice look to your scene. So maybe we can put those here maybe, and also we dip it down a little bit, and we can also duplicate it, and then we put these things over here, and you will get this nice touch to your scene. And also we go here, and we have some of these rocks model here, so we can put those rocks, and also we increase its scale. Okay, just like this, and put it little down. And also we put the dead tree model here as well. So we first put this one, and then also we use this one here, just like this. And then also we dip it down, and also we have this one, so maybe we can put this one here, but make sure that those things are not intersect to other assets. So place them at a meaningful way, so it not look like just put it randomly. Okay, so you can get a nice view if you hover through here. And also if I change the light position here, so you can see that the fog is so much, so we going to change the fog settings. So I go to this search bar and type fog, and then I go to this fog density. Maybe we decrease the fog density little bit here. Okay, just like this. So make a nice sunny morning time here. Okay, and also we going to put some trees as well. So there is the tree. See if I just put those tree over here, and then we going to place it behind this house. Maybe we can increase its scale a little bit more, and also we place it here. Then also we duplicate it, and maybe we rotate this to this angle, and also we decrease the scale of this, so just like this. And now instantly it makes another level of the design, so you can get the idea. So now maybe we can duplicate it one more time, and maybe we place it here, just like this. And also we duplicate it and then we place these things over here as well. So maybe we place it over here. Okay, just like this. So these things are so amazing when you put some assets here and there, and it instantly make a nice result to your scene. So maybe duplicate it one more time and place it over here. Okay, and we also have other variant of the trees, so we can use them as well. So put them over here and there. Okay, so just like this. And also you can see that there is these assets is not set right, so maybe we can put it little deeper here, and now you will get a nice result here. Okay, and also our trees look like floating, so we're going to place it over here. Okay, just like this. So you can get a nice view from here as well. Okay, and maybe here it looks so repetitive, so maybe we just duplicate this surface here. Maybe we decrease its scale and also decrease its scale a little bit more. And then we put these things here. Okay, just like this. So now you can see that it look really amazing. So every time you make this kind of scene, you will get a new result, because there is nothing is so certain, so everything is random. So every time you make something like this, it may look different. So maybe my actual video look different than this, but you can get the idea that how I put together all these assets to make this kind of design. Okay, so now finally we going to add some foliages. So for the foliages I use some Quixel content. So again I go to the Megascan library here. So go to this add to Quixel content, and I already have downloaded some foliages. So maybe we use this one, that is the desert cotton. And then I go to this download button here, just click on this download. So after download I just click on this add button here, and then I close this. And here is all this foliage here. So first we select all these foliages, and then I right click here, and then I convert all these foliages to nanite here by clicking on this enable nanite for selected, and it will take little time. And then I'm going to use those assets as a foliage multiplier. So I go to this select mode button, and then we go to this foliage section here, and you will see those assets are already added here, but if not added, just drag it them to add those here. Okay, and then I select all of this and just click on this tick switch here, and then I go down, and first I enable the density from here, that is the density per 1k UU, and maybe I change this to 300. And also do one thing, that increasing the scale from here. So I increase the minimum scale to 1.5 and the maximum scale to maybe 3 here. So let's put those foliages here first. So let's see how it look like. So you can see that yes, the size is nice, but if in your case the size is different, then you can also adjust the size from here. And here also, so maybe we put some grasses here. And if you accidentally put some grasses over the fences, you can also disable this by press and hold the shift key, and just when you place this brush over this fence, just click and it will delete it. Okay, so just put some grasses here and there, just like this. Just put those randomly, and also here maybe. Okay, just like this. And if you think that you accidentally put some of the foliages here, you can also delete it. So now one thing I have to do that I also put some foliage over this roof, but in this case I'm going to decrease the scale and also decrease the density to maybe 200 here. So I just reset the scale and decrease the density to 200, and now I put those here as well. So you can get the idea. So some of the grasses over this roof. Okay, and also we can increase the scale to maybe 2 here and put some also here. So first we delete because you cannot overlap the painting, so just delete and put some of the large grasses here. Okay, so make a little random kind of design. And also maybe we delete some of here and also put some large here grasses here. Okay, and now we going to put some grasses here as well. And maybe you can see that I accidentally put some grasses on this stump, so I can easily delete them as well. Okay, just like this. So now you will get the idea. And also I put some grasses over here as well. So now you can see that when I put the grasses, it really makes a nice touch to our scene. And also I do go here, that is this inside here, the boat. And also I put some grasses over this boat as well, just like this. And also here maybe. Okay, just like this. So you can get this idea. So maybe I put some grasses over here as well, just like this. So I'm go through very quick here, but you can take your time to design your environment, because if you take more time it will get a better result here. So just I just show you the ideas. So pardon me if you have some questions for this, you can also ask me in the comment section. But I think that I have shown you everything that is necessary for this kind of scene. So I think you can make your own design if you follow this tutorial. Okay, just like this. And now you will get a nice result here. Okay, and you can see that this water surface really look nice. So first we go back to our main selection mode, and if we go to our water plane here, and if we put it little higher, not much but little higher, so let's see what happened. So find the move gizmo here. So here is this gizmo, and you can see that the blue axis is for the top movement. So if we go to this location and then we go to this blue value here, and then we change the value from 4 to 8 maybe, just put it little higher here. Now you can see that it also look nice because we see more water here, but you can see that the caustics is really look bad. So maybe we go to this material here, just double click here. So inside this shoreline we have this caustic settings. So the caustic tiling is set to 500, and if we change this to maybe 0, so we will lose the caustics. So maybe we not need the caustics for this kind of scene, so it just disable those caustics here. But if you want, you can put those caustics, so it's all depends on you. So now you can see that it look amazing. And also we have other assets from this ancient content. So if we go to the static mesh option, I mean the static mesh filter, and then if I go down, we have these models here, so we can also use those model as a foliage. So we go to our foliage section here again, and then we select all of this here, those are, and just drag and drop here. Okay, just like this. And then we select all of this, and then we disable the switch and only select those assets and then enable those. Okay, and then maybe we go over here and we put those things over here, but you can see that the density is so less, so maybe we disable them for now. And first we go to this brush settings and we decrease the brush settings here, so maybe a little more. Okay, or maybe 50 will look nice, so maybe, or 60. And then we go down here after selecting all of this model here, and then we go down and we can increase the density from here as well. So maybe we increase this to 400 and let's put, so just put some of this at the top of those pipeline, because maybe sometime those pipelines are under the water, so some of this dirt also can deposit it over these pipelines. So maybe I put those into here as well, so you can get some of the foliage beneath this water surface and it really look nice. So just put those here and there. So it will give you the extra level of details. Okay, so I think I have covered all of the aspects that I use to make this kind of scene. And yes, I also add some birds as well as the falling leaves, so you can easily do this as well. So those assets are inside this ruler Australia pack. So if I go inside, and then we will get this FX folder, just double click here and you will get this bird blueprint here as well. So if I just put this blueprint here, and you will get a nice, this kind of nice birds effect here as well. So maybe we put those birds here, so just like this. And also I duplicated it, and then we put this over here, and it will take little time to spawn those birds, but these are very nice. So you can see that there are some birds, so maybe probably you're not seeing them, but if I go close you will begin to see those birds. So maybe we can put it little closer to our scene. Okay, just like this. And also we have other variants, so we can use those here as well. Okay, just like this. And also we have some falling leaves blueprint as well, so maybe we go to here and then we put those falling leaves here, and also we duplicate it and put those here maybe. Okay, just like this. So you can put more falling leaves blueprint here and there to make your own design. So this is it, and this is how I design enter this environment. And feel free to put other assets here and there to make it more nicer. So now we going to put some local fog here. So in order to make some local fogs, we have to make a material for this. So first we make a folder here, so we just make a folder and name this as local fog, and then we go inside this folder and then we right click and we click on this material, and we also name this as local fog, and then we double click here. So here is this material, and this is the material properties. So first we select this material property and then we go to this blending mode and we change this to translucent. Okay, and then we go to this content drawer here and we going to search for a noise texture, and the noise texture is present on this engine folder, but if in your case you not find this engine folder, first you go to this settings switch here and make sure that you enable this show engine content and this show plugin content. Okay, just tick those on and then we select this engine folder and we come here to the search bar here and we type noise, and you will get so many noise texture here, but we're going to use this one, that is the tiling noise 5, and we just bring it here. Okay, just like this. And now we're going to put a node name the radial gradient exponential. So just right click and type, and you will find this radial gradient exponential. Okay, and then we connect this radial gradient exponential to the base color here, and also we need another node named the depth fade. So just right click here and type depth, and we find this depth fade node here. Okay, and now you can see that the depth fade node has two parameters, which is this opacity and this fade distance. So in order to make those parameters as functional parameter, we have to put a scalar parameter here to control those. So we press on the S in the keyboard and just hold the S key and just click here, and you will get this scalar parameter. And first this parameter we name it as opacity, and also we duplicate this one by pressing Ctrl D and just put it here, and we also rename it. So we rename it, that is the parameter name, we change this to distance. Okay, and we hook those to this opacity and this distance to the fade distance. Okay, just like this. And the initial value is 0, so we're going to change the value from here, that is the material expression scalar parameter, and we change the value to 1 and also do the same to the distance to 1 for now. Okay, and now we're going to connect both of these by using a multiply node. So we press and hold the M key here, M for multiply, and we connect this radial gradient exponential to the A and the depth fade to the B. Okay, and also we need to connect this texture with this. So we again put a multiply node here. So I press M and click M for multiply, and then we connect this RGB to A and this multiply node to this multiply node B, and then we hook this to opacity here. Okay, and if you want this texture to be little movable, because you can see that the texture look very static, so for this we need another node called the panner. So we press P for panner and hold the P key and just click here, and you will get this panner node here. Okay, and just hook this up to this UVs here, but you can see that still it not moving because we have this speed parameter here, but we have a scalar parameter to control this speed. So again we press S and just click, and you will get this parameter, and we name this as speed. And then I hook the speed parameter to here with the speed, and the initial value is 0, so it's still static. So we select this speed, and then we go to this default value and we change it to very low number to maybe 0.008 maybe, and now you can see that it moving very subtle. Okay, so this is all done here, very simple node. And then we close this, and in order to apply this, first we make a material instance. So just right click and click on this create material instance here. Okay, and then in order to apply, first we make a plane. So we create a plane model here, and then we rotate this, and we rotate this to maybe 90 degree here, and also we increase its scale. So we, after selecting this plane, go to this details, and then we go to this scale and we change this scale to maybe 10 and maybe more to maybe 50. Okay, so now it can cover this entire scene, and now we're going to put it little behind here. Okay, and then we're going to apply this. So you just select and just click on this material and click on this arrow switch here, and now you can see that it look nice, but we have this parameters. So we're going to do double click here, minimize this, and you have these three types of parameters, that is the distance, opacity, and the speed. So you can control the speed from here as well, but I think the default value look nice. And also you can change the distance from here. So if you increase the distance, you can see that it fades over distance, and also you can decrease the opacity from here as well. Okay, so this is how you can create some of this localized fog here, and you can also change the places and put them here and there. So maybe you can put it here maybe. So just make it duplicate copy, and you can see that it's a flat plane. So whenever you put the plane, you can also rotate it to face the camera, so it can look nice. Okay, so just like this. And also we can duplicate it one more time and place it over here, and also rotate this, place it here. Okay, so this is how you can make this kind of scene. So I think I cover all of the aspect here, and you can get the idea that how I create this. So make sure that you download all these Sketch5 assets from the Sketch5, and I gave the link in the description, so you can get all these assets, because those assets are really awesome. And again, thank you to the creator who built those assets and make those assets free for use. So this is how I build this entire scene. So now we going to put a camera to our scene. So first we go to this box here, and then we go to the cinematics and create a cine camera actor. And then we go to the cine camera actor and right click, and then we click on this snap object to view, and then we go to this perspective and select this cine camera actor. So now you can see that we also get a nice camera to our scene. Okay, so when we add a camera, now we're going to create a sequence for this level. So we go to this option here and click on this add level sequence, and we also name this as tutorial sequence, and we hit on this save button here, and then we search for the camera. There's a camera, and just drag and drop here. Okay, and here from we can also decrease the camera focal length from here, so you can get a nice view from here. Okay, but also we going to this camera, and also we go to some settings of this camera. So first we go to here, that is this lenses, and also go to this bloom, and we change this method from standard to convolution here, and also increase the intensity a little bit, just like this. And then also we go to these exposure settings, and we select this manual exposure here, and also we change the exposure compensation to maybe 11, or maybe we change this to maybe 9 here. So this is all depends according to your need. So maybe we go to here and change the sun position, and then also I go to this directional light settings, and then I go to the top, and also I increase this source angle little bit, and then also I go to this light intensity, and I decrease this value to maybe 8, and then I go down, and here you can find this indirect light intensity and this volumetric scattering intensity. So if you increase this value, you will get little bit of indirect lighting intensity to be here, the shadow areas. And now we going to make a simple camera animation and show you that how I composited those shots. And then also I change the sun position here maybe. And also I choose this and I go here and I choose this one and also dip it down to make the water little up here. So just put it little down, or maybe I delete this one because we don't need this. And also I also dip it down little bit here. Okay, just like this. And then I come over here again and make a nice camera animation from here. Okay, just like this. So first I take my first shot from here, or maybe I select this plane and also I select this house and I place it here. And then I go to the plane and enable this plane, which is the fog sheet. And also I go to this transform, make a keyframe here and make sure that the keyframe is linear, and also change the default linear keyframes to change this from here. And then also go to the very end and then I make a simple camera animation here. Okay, and also I make a final keyframe here. Okay, so now you can see that it's a nice subtle camera animation here. Okay, and then also I select this camera and then go down here and inside this reflection, just enable this one and select this reflection method to lumen. And then also I go to this lumen reflection and enable this high quality translucent reflection here to get a nice reflection. And also I select this tree, so I select this tree here and maybe I change the tree position and also I rotate this to this angle here, and then again I enable the plane. Okay, so this is how you can make a nice result. And also we do one thing, that we select the camera and also I go here that under this reflection tab, and then we go to the lumen reflection and go to the reflection quality. I change this to maybe 5 to get a more detailed reflection here. Okay, so this is how I build this entire scene. And you can also get this, that we put a leaf here, falling leaves effect here, so I also change this to here. And also maybe I duplicate it and place it over here. Okay, just like this. Maybe I place it little higher here. Okay, just like this. And then I go here and you can see that this look really amazing. Okay, so now in order to render this, first we go to edit, then we go to the plugins and then I type movie and you will find this movie render queue plugin. Just enable this one and also this additional passes. Okay, just click on yes, and then you have to restart the engine. So I just restart the engine from here, and you have to save all the changes you made. So just click save. So after restart, just open this one and also we close this one, just close this one and also minimize this. And then we go to our content browser here and we open this tutorial sequence. And then maybe we also increase the light intensity. So I just go to this search bar and type directional, and maybe we change this the default value, that is the 10. And also we select this camera and then we go down and then we go to this lens and then go to this exposure. Maybe we also change this to 10 here. Okay, just like this, or maybe we decrease it to 9.5 maybe. Okay, and also I change the light position as well, make a nice lighting position here maybe. Okay, just like this. And then we go to this windows, go to the cinematics and go to this movie render queue. Then I go to this render and I select this tutorial sequence. Then I go to the settings. First we delete this JPEG sequence. So I go to the settings and put a anti-aliasing, and I put this temporal sample content to maybe 32, and also take this override, and also I check those, that is the warm up frame. And then I go to this camera and select this frame close. Then again go to the settings, go to this high resolution and select this surface scattering, and then go to the settings and select this EXR sequence, and also go to this output. And then I go here and select a folder where I want to get this renders. So here is the tutorial folder that I made for this. So just select folder and I render it to full HD settings here, and everything is nice. So just click on accept button here and just click on this render. So just render it, and then I will show you that how I composite it into a video file. Okay, so I have done complete the render and you can see all this EXR file. So I am using After Effects to composite all those EXR files into a video. So first I import those EXR files. So here is the EXR file and I select only the first one, and I also take this open EXR sequence and just click on this import button here. And then I right click here and go to this interpret footage, and then I go to this main switch. So the default frame rate is 30, so I change it to 23.976 here and hit OK. And then I drag it to a new composition here, and you can see that this is the render. So you can see that it look really amazing, and you can also change some color correction here. So maybe I go to this layer, create a new adjustment layer, and then I go to this effect and go to this color correction, and I go to this tint effect, and then again go to this color correction and this curve effect here. First I decrease this tint amount here, and I maybe increase this contrast here a little bit, just like this. Okay, and also I go to this adjustment layer again and I put some third-party color correction tools, that is this magic bullet look effect. And then I go to this edit switch here, and then I choose some presets from here. So let's see. So maybe this one look nice, this one, or maybe, so I think this one look nice, so I just select this one and hit OK. And now you can see that it look really amazing. And if I RAM preview this, okay, so this is how you can convert the EXR format into a video file. Okay, so this is how you can create this whole scene, and you can now put other cameras and make a nice sequence from this whole environment, and you can get a very big environment here. That here is this broken boat here. It also make a nice small cinematic shot, and also this lighthouse here, and also this old house here. So I hope I go through all these aspects that I use for this environment, and I hope you really enjoy this. It's a very big tutorial, but I go through all the small details that I use for this project. So I hope you really understand and how you make this kind of scene, and I think you really enjoy this tutorial. So if you enjoy this tutorial, I recommend you to check my other videos, and if you find those videos useful, please do subscribe this channel and turn the notification on. This is for today, and we will see in my next video. So till then, take care and bye bye.